kids, my name is Cecilia and today we're gonna read a book, Curious George and the Birthday Surprise. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today is a special day. The man with the yellow hat told George at the breakfast, I have a surprise plane and a lot to do to get ready. You can help me by standing out of trouble. George was so happy to help. In the living room, George found noise markers and hats and games. Could this be part of his friend's surprise? Before George could find out, he spotted some stray markers, balloons, and colored tissue. He could not resist. Decorating was easy for the little monkey. Still, George was curious about the surprise and what was that good smell coming from the kitchen. George followed his nose. It was a cake, and it looked as good as the smell. All it needed was frosting. George had seen his friends make frosting before, but today his friend was busy. Maybe George could help. He could frost the cake himself. First, George put a bit of this in the mixing bowl. The frosting whirled around. It was whirling too fast, but when George tried to stop the mixer, it only went faster and faster and more faster. Oh my God. George lifted the beaters out of the bowl. Frosting flew everywhere. Uh-oh, big trouble. Poor George, he did not mean to make such a mess. He had only wanted to help. Now, how could he clean up the sticky kitchen? Just then, George heard a twinkling music again. The ice cream truck was coming back out of the street, and George had an idea. He opened the door and invited all of the dogs in for a treat. In no time, the kitchen was as clean as whistle. When the dogs finished their snack, George took them back outside. The ice cream truck was still there, and so was his friend. George, said the man with the yellow hat, I've been looking for you. It's time for the surprise. George had found hats, games, decoration, and cake. He was curious. Was the surprise a party? Yes, it was a party. George was happy to see all his friends. They were glad to see George too. What great decorations, Bill said. What a lot of presents, said Betsy. Why don't you play some games with a guest, George? The man with the yellow hat suggested. When George's friends came back, he was carrying a cake covered in candles. This wasn't just any party. It was a birthday party. But George was still curious. Whose birthday was it? He watched to see who would blow out of the candles. The man with the yellow hat put the cake down right in front of George. That was a surprise. It was George's birthday. The party was for him. Everybody sang happy birthday. Then George took a deep breath and made a wish. Happy birthday, George.